All right. So Chicago Sky coach Teresa Weatherspoon released a statement on Monday today condemning the actions of Chennedy Carter, the foul that was upgraded to a flagrant foul. She went ahead. Matter of fact, let me pull it up for you guys so you can read it with me. According to ESPN.com's Michael Vopel, Weatherspoon said physical play, intensity, and a competitive spirit are hallmarks of Chicago Sky basketball. Kennedy got caught up in the heat of the moment in an effort to win the game. She and I have discussed what happened and that it was not appropriate, nor is it what we do or who we are. Kennedy understands that there are better ways to handle situations on the court, and she will learn from this, as we all will. Now, I do want to key in on a specific part of that statement, but before I do, when I released my video about the initial incident when it happened, there were a lot of people in the comments, and everybody has the right to their opinions, saying that we were wrong. It was just basketball. It was all inbounds. We were making a big ado about nothing. And obviously, we were right because, well, at least people who agree with me were right because the league upgraded to a flagrant foul the next day. And then we just heard Teresa Weatherspoon's comments, which means, again, I was right because she said that it was inappropriate, and that's not who they were. Now, I use my own language. If you know me, I speak in double entendre. I speak in assonance alliteration. So when I say it was a dangerous and disgusting display, that's just how I talk. You gotta live with that. I love me a little alliteration and obviously consonants. That was assonance. It just happens. I don't plan it. It just works. It just happens. So that's how I speak. You gotta live with that. If she had came out and made that statement initially at the press conference and said, "Hey, we don't stand by that," she got caught up in the heat of the moment. It's a learning moment. We'll go forward. I never would have had to make that video. We could have just focused on Aaliyah Boston getting that clutch and one, and that would have been that. So yeah, hindsight is great, but foresight is better. More visionary, less reactionary. That's what I want to see league wide. More visionary, less reactionary. That's all I'm calling for. You can get mad if you want to. I'm gonna keep calling for it because I don't know. Maybe I'm more invested to the league than you are. Who knows? I don't know. I want to see it grow. And I know that Chennedy Carter was doing well. So well, she was probably they probably had some sponsorships in her email, some endorsements, who knows, some local endorsements at least. They hit the unsend button on that as soon as she got on the mic, even before she got on the microphone, but especially afterwards, and then doubling down on social media. Anybody who actually loves her would have texted her and said, "Girl, don't you blowing your own opportunity right now. What are you doing? You just were out the league for whatever reason last year. This isn't the time to and everybody in the comments egging you on, they're not gonna have a spot for you in the league. They're gonna egg you on and then cast you to the side once the next thing moves on. They're just using you to prove a point against somebody they don't like. So it's cool for the moment, but whatever. I like to think long term. So putting Caitlyn aside, it wasn't the best for Chennedy Carter. That's a lot of my anger comes from. This is a great opportunity that the league chose to highlight just you two guys on this. I mean, you two teams on this one day for the national audience, and this is what you did with it. It's disappointment more than anything. But some of y'all would never get that because everything's just black, black, white, white, white. Uncle Tom, dance, dance. You hate the white girl, you like the black girl. It's stupid. All right. Yeah, it's not just about black or white or just about competitive spirit. We have to keep the main thing, and understand that it's a business going on too. I see comments talking about their daughter's high school games. I reference that your daughter's high school games aren't negotiating a multi-million-dollar television deal right now. I don't know what you're talking about. We're not even having the same conversation sometimes. Like they're not on the precipice of something big like the WNBA, something they've been waiting for a long time. Matter of fact, that actually takes me to the part of the statement that really drew my attention the most was when she mentioned partners at the very end there. Partners. So you have to remember what logo you're sitting in front when you're putting your feelings in front of everything else, the company's bottom line and everything. You don't know who they're dealing with, what their sponsors like, and you're just sitting there just putting your feelings in front of everything like business doesn't matter. It does. We have to keep that in mind. That's not your logo. So yeah, some people may say, "Nah, she didn't really want to write this. She was forced to." That's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. They have partners that they have to answer to, basically, or at least deal with, if not answer to outright. And you're responsible for that as well. So when they hear from them, you're gonna hear from your bosses. And it's just common sense. It should be applied more often. And yeah, some of those sponsorships are worth a lot more than the player contracts. So when they get the call and they have to choose, it's not really a hard choice. It's not a choice to make. Kennedy would be gone if the right sponsor or wrong sponsor, didn't really care for her actions there and had to make a call. And so I just try to look out for everybody. I try to give people the truth and not what they want to hear, what makes them feel good. Leave that for the people that don't really love you in the comments and just tell you anything and, gas you up. I'm never going to send you off. I'm going to let you know the real. I might be wrong, but at least what I feel to be the real. So you guys, I'm gonna leave it there on that one. Glad to see that they came around. More foresight, less hindsight. That's all I ask, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm about to actually review the game that they just played against the Liberty. We have all the way until Friday until the next one, so I figured I'd let it marinate. I'll be dropping that one today as well. So I'll catch you guys on that one. Until then, peace.